Ontario Liberals nominate former Durham MPP as an election candidate. Dan Kearns, Local Journalism Initiative Reporter for The Standard. North Durham. A familiar face is returning to the local political field in the Durham provincial riding. Recently, the Ontario Liberal Party announced they had nominated Granville Anderson to be their Durham candidate in the upcoming provincial election. Mr. Anderson previously served as Durham's MPP from 2014 until 2018. He was defeated in the 2018 election by then Conservative candidate Lindsay Park, who became an independent last year. Following the defeat, Mr. Anderson told The Standard, "I will do whatever I can to build my community up, as I have been doing over the last 30 years. Then, later that same year, he was elected to the Clarington Council, where he currently serves as regional councillor and deputy mayor. It is critically important we have a strong voice at the table looking out for our best interests," Mr. Anderson said in a statement. "I am proud of the work we were able to accomplish during my previous term in government, and I am prepared to continue that work again to serve the great people of the Durham riding." In his own statement, Ontario Liberal Party leader Stephen Del Duca explained why the party chose Mr. Anderson as their candidate. "I have witnessed firsthand how much of a tremendous representative Granville is for Durham," he said. "With Granville as their MPP, residents in Durham will have a proven fighter on their side at Queen's Park." The Ontario provincial election is scheduled to be held on Thursday, June 2nd.
Uxbridge Township applies for My Main Street Community Grant. Courtney McClure, The Standard. Uxbridge. The Township of Uxbridge has applied for My Main Street, a community grant. The program is a $23.25 million investment created to help communities across southern Ontario. The Township of Uxbridge applied for this grant after getting permission from the Uxbridge Town Council on Monday, January 24, 2022. The Uxbridge Township would like to use this grant to create a pop-up town square for downtown Uxbridge. The idea behind the pop-up square is to create a permanent town square within downtown Uxbridge. The pop-up aspect refers to hosted events within the square. According to the Director of Community Services, Amanda Ferraro, the township may have to look elsewhere for money. Money for the pop-up square has not been included in the township's budget for this year. "It's not budgeted for," said Ms. Ferraro. "If we don't get the grant, it makes it difficult to do the pop-up square. They have the will to create the pop-up square. It's just finding the funds to do it," Ms. Ferraro explained. Receiving the community grant would also allow the township to host multiple events in downtown Uxbridge. The pop-up square is one piece of what the township hopes to do with the grant. If the township does receive the community grant, they will also receive a trailer with a portable stage, sound equipment, and more. This equipment could be used for events within the square. It may include an event planner as well. In addition, they want to add beautification to Lower Brock Street. Beautification may include historic pictures hanging in downtown vacant shop windows, and extra trees and flowers. If they receive the grant, the township hopes it will increase foot traffic and tourism in downtown Uxbridge. They are hoping the grant will support the downtown businesses in Uxbridge and make the downtown enjoyable for residents and visitors. "Let's just support our downtown businesses," encouraged Ms. Ferraro. "It's been a tough couple of years, and the businesses which have hung in there deserve our support." According to Ms. Ferraro, this is all subject to receiving the grant application too. They might not fund all these things for Uxbridge. They may only fund certain pieces. There were many committees involved while creating this grant application and coming up with ideas. Some of the committees include Development Services, Public Works, and the Uxbridge Fire Department. Other committees may join the collaborative effort later on in the year. For more information about the My Main Street Community Grant, please visit mymainstreet.ca.
Brock Council to look at outdoor ice rink project for the next winter season. Dan Kearns, Local Journalism Initiative Reporter for The Standard. Brock. The Township of Brock is pushing an outdoor ice rink project to the next winter season. At a recent Brock Council meeting, councillors saw a report regarding outdoor skating rinks. This report followed a request from Regional Councillor Ted Smith in early January to create an outdoor ice skating surface at the Sunderland Fairgrounds. There is a natural low-lying area in front of the grandstands at the Sunderland Fairgrounds. The area would need to be graded and have some side support to be able to flood the area for more space and better ice for skating. The main challenge facing staff would be obtaining an adequate water supply, as water to the area is currently shut off for the season. Other challenges would involve staffing for an outdoor rink, with the uncertainty of the reopening dates for the arenas. In addition, it would be beneficial to include local volunteer organizations in discussions and incorporate their involvement, if at all possible, the report, written by Public Works Director Paul Lagrandeur, concluded. After seeing the report, the regional councillor made a motion to forward the report to the township's budget discussions to determine the feasibility of an operating plan for outdoor ice rinks beginning in 2022 to 2023. As well, the motion requested an ad hoc committee of council to be developed with residential stakeholders, which will provide an opportunity to have volunteers maintain the ice. I'll admit, this has become much more complicated than I had hoped it would. I guess I have to say I understand why, but we all know liability insurance pretty well rules the world when it comes to municipal politics. So we have to do everything the right way and make sure everyone's going to be safe, Councillor Smith said. I doubt very much if there could be one established successfully this year. I'd like to be proven wrong on that, but I think that's certainly the case. The regional councillor added this motion would help the township gauge the interest from the community in this project. Ward 4 councillor Kriya Pettingill explained, "This is a way of getting the project started, at least. Why not get the ball rolling this year?" she said. However, Ward 2 councillor Claire Doble felt the council was making it more complicated than it needs to be. Regional Councillor Smith's motion was later approved by the council.
The Heart of the Matter, Lauren Walker, Special to the Standard. February is Heart Month. While we are busy showing our love on Valentine's Day, let's give ourselves some love too. It allows blood to course through your body and supplies oxygen to your muscles. It does a lot of work in the course of your life. Let's remember to take time and show your heart some love. Exercise. Your heart is a muscle and needs to be used. Cardiovascular exercise refers to the efficiency of your heart pumping blood through your body. A beginner should consider aiming for 30 minutes of cardio a day. This should gradually be increased as you become more efficient. Eat well. You are what you eat. Processed food and sugary treats increase inflammation in the body and are linked to heart disease. Make gradual changes to your diet and substitute more nutritious food when you can. Less stress. This is near the top of the list for a reason. Stress causes inflammation in the body. Inflammation is linked to heart disease. Taking steps to decrease your stress, such as exercise, are ideal. Find what works for you and make sure to practice every day. Find time in your day to practice breathing as it focuses the mind and body. Rest easy. Sleep is important because it allows the body to rest and repair. 8 to 10 hours is ideal. If your sleep is interrupted frequently, consider changing your diet and getting more physical exercise. These small changes may dramatically affect your sleep habits. Smoking is also a high-risk factor. Making small changes towards a better quality of life is a good way to show yourself and others love. Here's to your heart.
The Standard Podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio for the Standard newspaper.